Okay, so when you look at the Gulf, you might see Saudi Arabia and the UAE and think, hey, they're pretty much on the same track, right? I mean, they're both huge players, they're both moving beyond oil, and they both have these massive national visions. So it's super tempting to just create one strategy for the whole region. But, and this is a big one, that's a huge mistake, and we're going to break down exactly why.
So that really brings us to the core question here. Are they actually chasing the same future? On the surface, you'd probably say yes, but the moment you dig a little deeper, you look at their national stories, their real goals, what they're actually asking from global partners, the answer is a loud, clear no.
And look, this isn't just some interesting academic debate. For anyone trying to do business in the region, treating these two as a single market, well, it's not just a bad idea, it's a massive strategic liability. The very things that help you build trust in Dubai can actually push you away in Riyadh. Figuring out why? Now that's the key to winning in both.
All right, let's get into it. We're talking one region, but two very, very different visions. At the highest level, their strategies are just worlds apart. Think of it this way. It's not that they're in two separate lanes in the same race. Nope. They're running completely different races with totally different finish lines.
Okay, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. Saudi Arabia is all about a massive national transformation. We're talking a ground-up reinvention of its entire economy and society. The UAE? Totally different story. They're focused on accelerating what they've already built, their position as a global hub. So one is building from scratch, and the other is hitting the gas pedal.
And this fundamental difference creates these two completely separate national stories. We can call it Renaissance for Saudi Arabia and acceleration for the UAE. And believe me, these aren't just clever marketing terms. They're more like the unwritten rules, the psychological contract that defines every single business deal, every conversation you're going to have. So when you hear people talk about Saudi Vision 2030, listen to the words they use. It's all about a renaissance. It's about rebirth, massive ambition, creating something that will last. The message they're sending to partners, to you, is powerful. We are making history right now, and we expect you to be here, on the ground, helping us build it. Your job is to help lay the foundation of this new kingdom. Now flip that on its head and look at the UAE. Their story is all about evolution, not revolution. Their plan, We the UAE 2031, it's not about a total reset. It's about taking what's already working and supercharging it. The whole game is about speed, efficiency, and just optimizing an already advanced system. So the ask isn't help us become something new, it's help us go faster. They want you to be a force multiplier. And what's really fueling these two different stories? It's emotion. For Saudi Arabia, the engine is fakhur, which means pride. A really deep, historic pride in this national comeback. For the UAE, it's thika, or confidence. A calm, steady confidence in a model they've already proven to the world. And trust me, getting a feel for this emotional undercurrent is absolutely crucial. Okay, so that's the big picture theory. But how does this actually affect you day to day? Well, it all comes crashing down to earth in one word: localization. Both countries will tell you they demand local commitment. But what local actually means? Well, that's where things get really different.
In Saudi Arabia, commitment means being physically there. It's about putting actual roots in the ground. We're talking about opening a real office in Riyadh, not just a P.O. box. It means training Saudi nationals to be your future leaders, partnering with Saudi small and medium businesses, doing your research and development in the country. These are the things that prove you're in it for the long haul, not just to snag a quick deal.
And this is exactly where so many international companies trip up. If you go to Riyadh and talk about your Middle East HQ in Dubai, that's a huge red flag. It basically screams, we don't get it. Same goes for using a success story from another country. That completely misses the point. They want to know what you can build for Saudi Arabia in Saudi Arabia, period.
But in the UAE, you demonstrate value in a totally different way. It's not so much about putting down roots as it is about using the UAE as a launch pad. Launching the first pilot for the whole region from Dubai. Or having your UAE-based team run your operations for Africa or South Asia. It's about bringing advanced skills and plugging into the global ecosystem. It's about brain power and connectivity, not just bricks and mortar.
And this split goes way beyond just your operations. It bleeds into every single thing you communicate. The pictures on your website, the language in your proposals. The thing is, you're constantly sending signals, whether you mean to or not.
So you absolutely have to tailor your approach. For Saudi Arabia, you've got to go hyper-local. I mean, use imagery that is unmistakably from the kingdom, that feels authentic. And language? Yeah, business gets done in English, but Arabic is the language of authority, of real connection. Your core message needs to feel like it was born in Arabic. Then you have the UAE, which is, you guessed it, the total opposite. They want to see that global, diverse, cosmopolitan vibe, and their English is absolutely the default language of business.
And if you want a perfect, crystal clear example of this difference, just look at how they celebrate their national days. Saudi National Day is all about pride, heritage, a deep sense of belonging. It's very emotional. UAE National Day, on the other hand, is about unity, progress, looking forward to the future. The themes are a perfect reflection of the two visions we've been talking about.
All right, let's pull all of this together into a quick summary. For Saudi Arabia, the key words are national transformation, fueled by pride, with a mission to build the future. And your approach needs to be hyperlocal and Arabic first. Got it? Okay. For the UAE, the keywords are global acceleration, fueled by confidence, with a mission to optimize the present. And your approach needs to be global and English first. We're talking about two completely different strategic playbooks here.
So, what does this all boil down to? What's the strategic bottom line for your business, for your marketing, for your entire plan for the Gulf?
Let me just repeat the main warning here, because it is that important. The idea of a one-size-fits-all Gulf strategy is officially dead. It's over. What might have seemed like a smart shortcut a few years ago is now a surefire way to be misunderstood, mistrusted, and, frankly, to fail.
At the end of the day, this is all about building trust, and you earn that trust in two totally different ways. In Saudi Arabia, you prove you're there to stay. You're there to invest your money, your time, and to build something with them from the ground up. In the UAE, you prove you've got the cutting-edge know-how to help an already advanced system compete on an even bigger global stage.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. We've got one region, but two very distinct visions. The only real question now is your strategy ready for that reality?